to Pakistan, where the Supreme Court has dismissed a petition to dismiss Tehreek-e-Insaf leader Imran Khan on charges of corruption. The PMLN is crying foul. Critics say this case exposes the duplicity of the justice system. But with his name clear now, is Imran Khan on his way to becoming the next Prime Minister of Pakistan?
Not too long ago, Imran Khan was considered a distant third in Pakistan's political landscape. But amid a political vacuum, the cricketer turned politician has received his biggest boost yet. In a major relief, Pakistan's Supreme Court has rejected a petition calling for Imran Khan's disqualification in a disproportionate assets case. But the country's apex court came down hard on Jahangir Tareen, who serves as Tehreek-e-Insaf's General Secretary and has been disqualified for life. The case against Imran Khan was a classic one of vendetta politics. It was filed by a member of the PMLN in retaliation to the Panama Papers case, where Imran Khan was the main petitioner. The case against Nawaz Sharif led to his ouster from the Prime Minister's office, clearing the way for Imran Khan in 2018. Obviously, the ruling party was not convinced by the decision.
In the decisions, one man has an offshore company, he did not declare, he disqualified, and the other did the same, but he became the qualified. And our party and their stance is that there must be an agenda of mega reforms in the judicial system in the next election.
But critics say this is another example of duplicity in the politics of Pakistan. Many say Imran Khan has the backing of the military establishment and the ISI. Back in 2014, a minister from the PMLN government had claimed that the former chief of ISI, Shuja Pasha, served as a strategic advisor to Imran Khan for the massive protests against Nawaz Sharif. Now, with the corruption case out of his way, Imran Khan's path towards contesting the next general elections is clear. The ruling and the opposition parties, on the other hand, are on a weak footing. Will Imran Khan emerge as a dark horse in 2018? Bureau Report, WION.
And joining us this evening, Mayad Ali, senior journalist with us from Islamabad, and Vivek Karju, former Indian diplomat, someone who has dealt with the affairs related to Pakistan very, very closely for the government of India. Good evening to both of you. Vivek Karju, what does this legal win mean for Imran Khan beyond the fact that he can now be a parliamentarian in Pakistan? Vivek Karju, for our viewers who haven't followed these political ups and downs for Imran Khan very closely, what does today's win mean for him?
Well, it's quite clear that Imran Khan now is being cleared of any anxiety that he may have had about his political future, but well, it means that he will contest the next election and will go into it with the backing of the military, no doubt. But he does have to take on the Sharifs, even if they are weakened in their turf in Punjab. They are still a force to reckon with. And I, for one, do not expect that he will have a cakewalk. He still has a good deal of struggle ahead of him.
Mayad Ali, is Imran Khan on his way to becoming the next Prime Minister of Pakistan? How is he poised?
Well, I don't know whether he is on his way to becoming the next Prime Minister of Pakistan, but one thing has been made very clear now with this verdict, that he's got the backing of the establishment. He's been created by the establishment earlier. Then he had some rough times with the establishment during Musharraf's period, and since last elections, he's been flirting with the establishment. And now I think he's their guy. He's their guy. Whether or not he becomes the next Prime Minister of Pakistan remains to be seen. But if I put all the parties in the fray and have to tell you who's going to be favorite now, I think it will be him.
Also, what do you make of the charges by the PMLN that these are double standards by the judiciary in Pakistan? Mayad Ali?
Yeah, I'm there.
Have the court shown double standards in dealing with Imran Khan and Nawaz Sharif?
Sure. Why not? Because the cases were so similar. Nawaz Sharif was sort of given punishment for that comma against which he was not even drawing anything. And here we had some missing links regarding the money trail of Imran Khan's offshore company, the Niyazi Services Limited, and his flat and everything else. And despite very serious remarks before this verdict, when it was reserved, everyone thought that Imran Khan might be given the same treatment. But in this case, he got away very fine, very clear of everything, and that, you see, that makes it more important, because the courts are not all that independent these days, because the Sharif case was not taken very well by the people, not only the party but by the people as well. It was neutral, and because, since the case was, the petitioner had a different case, and the judges took suo motu and went for that qualification clause 63, I suppose 63F. That was not sought by the petitioner.
Right, Vivek Karju, these cases against Nawaz Sharif and Imran Khan both came after revelations in the so-called Panama Papers, and yet you see the difference in the verdict. Clearly, it's not just the Supreme Court in Pakistan that's deciding the fate of these politicians.
The tragedy is that even if the Supreme Court is deciding it fairly from their viewpoint, that means that the judges are not compromised. In the public perception in Pakistan and in sections of opinion outside Pakistan, the clear feeling will be that these judgments are motivated, and that is not good for the future of Pakistan. The problem is that the constitutional articles dealing with Sadiq and Amin are so very vague, and they confer on the judiciary such amplitude of powers that Pakistan's politicians have got themselves in a fix, and now I think no one will ever have the courage to remove these articles because they are associated with Islamic piety and with Islamic probity in public life. So I think the political future of political leaders in Pakistan will always be in the hands of the judiciary, and that's not good for the future of Pakistan's political system.